The Levinsky Market is known for its spices, flavors, and tastes from not just Israel, but from all around the world. Today we are here with culinary expert Inbal. Thank you so much for coming on our show. We're happy to have you. Tell us what we're to expect today.
So we're here, I'm starting off with you in this beautiful, lovely back alley of Tel Aviv. Now, why would I bring you to a back alley? Well, the Levinsky Market started in this neighborhood, and it's not an open-air market like we would think of as the Carmel Market. There's a lot of history that goes back to the early 1920s, 1930s when the Greek and Turkish Jewish immigrants were coming to this area. Now, the neighborhood has taken a lot of twists and transitions, and really the neighborhood is this beautiful contrast between the old and the new and everything living harmoniously together while it lasts.
The Levinsky Market is widely seen as a cultural gem in what is considered one of the trendier spots in Tel Aviv today. It's quite possibly the best area to hear interesting stories while tasting treats which have been passed down for generations. After Israel declared independence, Jews immigrated from all around the world, expanding the market and creating some unique fusion cuisines.
Look at this food platter, so many different colors and shapes.
Exactly, so over the years, building a relationship together, we figured out the absolute best things that people want to taste, and so we offer it on a tasting plate as part of the tour. So we have here their grandfather's grape leaves. He's actually still alive and he's still making these grape leaves from scratch. They're beautiful and soft and smooth. Peppers, lots of antipasti. One of the more unique things is a hibiscus flower that's been marinated with cheese filled inside. Lots of wonderful grilled artichokes and garlic and Israeli cherry tomatoes. Just a really beautiful plate of all of the tastes that they have here.
This looks like a squid.
It does look like a squid. It's a flower. And who would have thought to make a flower?
Delicious Tours offers participants a chance to not only taste the food in the market, but to delve into the rich history of the merchants working the market.
Everything started in 1947. Our grandpa opened his store in Turkey in a neighborhood that called Kuledid in Istanbul. And after 22 years, he decided to make Aliyah to Israel and to copy the store from Turkey to here. So he asked all the Turkish people that came before him on the 50s to where can I copy the store and still be respectful. They told him just Levinsky Market. And we developed the store to other tasters. These green olives we are picking and growing by ourselves. And the other olives we import from Turkey, Greece, Italy.
I really enjoyed the cheese stuffed peppers, so I think I'm gonna take it home. Could I have the cheese stuffed peppers and also whatever this is up here? It looks great.
To beat the heat, Inbal recommended a nice cold drink with a fascinating story behind it.
Wow, this is a nice little cozy spot, nice coffee shop. I'm loving the plants and everything.
Yeah, it's the perfect spot not only to get something refreshing, but to get something historic. What she's going to make us is a drink called gazoz, and this actually goes back. It was the first drink of Tel Aviv. When nothing else was here in 1910, there was one business, and this business sold a drink, which was basically soda and sugar syrup. So when the owner here, Benny, opened up the shop, he decided, let's take this historic drink and make something artisanal.
The all-natural syrups at the shop are made fresh every day, formulated from an assortment of herbs and fruits. The carbonated drink ends up looking like a work of art.
And actually what we can do now is we can sit in the cafe. They couldn't get permission to get seating here on this busy sidewalk, so they bring this Israeli car up, which is called a susita, one of the only Israeli cars ever made, and this car is now the place that we can sit and enjoy and chat.
This is actually a great solution for the overcrowded streets in the south of Tel Aviv. Your company is called Delicious Israel, yeah? Even the name sounds appetizing.
Thank you.
So tell us about it.
So I started the company about 6 years ago as a way for me to bring people into how we eat, how we live, and the best of Israel. I think when you visit Israel, the best way to experience it is through the food. Whenever I travel, that's what I want to do in another country. So we've done a lot of research to find out the little secret gems and the hidden spots, and of course to share the history. So we do walking tours of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, travel tours around the country.
Inbal's lifestyle didn't always include strolls around the city. Rather, she worked long hours studying for law school. Her connection to Israel led her to ditch a lucrative attorney position to start fresh and do what she loves.
It's also helped me as an Ola Chadasha, someone who moved to Israel, stay connected to the country and these colleagues of mine, the vendors on the street, were quite unexpected in my life, but it's such a joy to be able to connect with the food and the culture all the time. So we're about to walk into Habshush, which is a secret spice shop. A lot of people think of the Levinsky Market as the spice neighborhood because of these historical families that have been here, and this is where the chefs shop. The quality is the absolute best in the city, and we're going to go into this little secret treasure chest where really only the chefs come to buy, but he's gonna let us shop there. And actually, I hope that you'll buy some stuff too. So I know you've been noticing my trendy Delicious Israel bag. I would like to give you one as well, so that you can open it up and fill it up with the goodies from
I will
inside.
definitely fill it up with all kinds of things. Every time I go on these tours, I end up coming home with bags of things. How lovely. Let's walk in. How long has this store been around for?
Since the 1920s. Aryeh, who's sitting back here, his family came from Yemen and they opened up this little shop. Now a lot of the families moved to the area of the Yemenite quarter near the Carmel Market, but they decided to come out here and be quite daring. This one is called Ras El Khanut, which is the head of the store, and it's all of the best spices that are left at the end of the day, they blend them. So it's got a sweetness, it's really great for meat.
This spice could be different every day, it's just whatever is left at.
Exactly, well that's typically. Of course they've gotten their blend down. So this is called Ras El Khanut. And it's a very sweet, there's a cinnamon flavor, a scent to it. And actually there are sometimes roses ground inside.
They even carry one of the most beloved Israeli spices, za'atar. But not just your usual za'atar, this one is something special.
This is an Egyptian blend which has sesame, cilantro, but the Egyptians will use it like we use za'atar. So on pita bread as a pesto, on chicken, on cheese, on omelets. I use it for everything. I can eat it with a spoon. I think it's really delicious.
Inbal, thank you so much. We really had a great time here. Not only did we taste our way through the city, but we also learned a thing or two about the different cultures.
Yeah, it was a pleasure bringing you guys into a little taste, just a few stops along our Levinsky Market tour, and people who are interested are welcome to find Delicious Israel online.